Let's hop right in, shall we? Welcome, officially. So if you don't know me, you're just gonna have to keep watching my videos to figure it out. I'm really awesome, period. So, if you like the energy, just keep coming back. Have messages. Let's just start it off there. Pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. The reading is, what did I say? Where are you now? What's the energy you should be in to move you into the next divinely aligned cycle? Okay, so this is going to be pile 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So take a deep breath in. Exhale from the soles of your feet. Exhale into the earth. Deep breath in through the crown, down the channel, out through the soles of your feet. One more. Deep breath in. Hold it. Let it circulate in the crown space, clearing everything out. Circulate into the heart space and throat, clearing everything out. Hold it. Clear it in the abdomen. And release out through the root. Down the feet. Into the earth. Okay. Let's do it then, shall we? All right. Pile 1. Where are you at now? And what is the divine aligned behavior and energy they need now to move them into the next divine cycle? Thank you. All right. I gotta be careful with this thing here. The environment can be easily moved. Okay. And I think that's maybe how you might be feeling as well, is that I kind of know what I need to do. I'm kind of excited about doing it, but I want to enter into it very intentionally. And I'm noticing that the environment around me might not 100% support what it is that I'm moving into. For whatever reason, there might be something about the environment not being fully suited to the what you're trying to build or what action you're taking in the environment. Okay. Okay. So where are they now, and what energy do they need to embody? So Spirit, let me know when you're ready, and let's get one card for where are they now. Where are they now? Pile 1. All those drawn to pile 1. I'm trying not to lose. If you are in an environment that does not suit the actions and the fire that you are creating now, that you know is for you, positively, okay? Don't worry about changing your environment. Take different actions, okay? If you have to elevate a little bit more, if you have to use a different language, if you have to wear different clothes, if you have to change your hair, change the style of speech, whether you start speaking faster or slowing it down, right? Or not letting your feet touch the ground at all. I don't know what the situation is, but you do not have to change the environment. You change how you are getting things done in your environment. Okay, that's the first piece of advice. Damn, I wish I soon, eventually. Okay, come on. Whenever you're ready, Spirit, what is their energy now? ¿Sí o no? No. I want to make this clear. The cards must express themselves. They must jump out. Let me just see it. What did it say? Ancestors, root chakra. Okay. What was I just thinking about? Okay, no worries. Some of you are doing this for your ancestors. And some of you think you're doing this for yourself. By yourself. But your ancestors have their hands in the pot with you as you're kneading the bread and adding the flour and adding the water and whatever else you think you need to make this bread rise, right? As you're preparing this piece of bread, your ancestors are kneading it. They have their hands in there. It's not just you preparing this. Okay? Whatever work is being done, whether completed or not, it will continue to be carried on. Release some of the burden of you having to get something done. Allow yourself to sit in the passion first of what you're feeling. Maybe you're meant to experience the passion and how that reflects pieces of your identity. You are meant to know yourself. Don't allow the urgency to obscure the path that you're taking, to change how you do things. Okay? Some of you are meant to lighten the load a little bit. The passion and the fire is on 100. Okay? Therefore, the urgency will quickly follow, and it will taint you if you run purely off time sensitivity. It will taint the message. It will taint the action, the fruits of your labor. Do not rush it. Explore yourself. Explore your passions. When you sit in that energy, you will begin to attract more people and more information, more opportunities that will align to that same frequency. But when you shift into urgency, you're going to again align to people who are only about getting things done, which isn't totally a bad thing, but they don't care about the fruit of what's happening. It's just they want the sale. They want to speed up the process to get to the sale. They're not invested. It's like there's people that come out and they change businesses. They create businesses and they sell them, right? They create something from the ground up. They make it successful. They sell it off to somebody else. They're not invested in the actual business itself. There's nothing wrong with that, but that's not what you're meant to do right now. You're meant to sit in the experience of the passion that is being ignited. Okay? Do not sit in the urgency. Explore the passion. Explore it against the contrast of who you think you were and who you think you are and what might be next. Okay? So give yourself an open door. Okay? Then when you really, when the current starts moving, right? When the river, when the flow starts moving more easily, that's when it's time. Sometimes when we have clarity, urgency follows soon after because now we know. So we must do. We must reflect. There's no urgency. What is being done according to plan. You're good. Okay? That was a solid first message. Okay, can we get, please, where are they now? One card, where are they now? When you're ready, Spirit. It's a very important message, not to rush yourself. Where are you now, Spirit? Where are they now? Some of you might be asking that question, where is Spirit? Which is why maybe the ancestors came up. There you go. You might be wondering, but what you need to do is actually voice the search. Where are you? Make it specific. Who are you reaching out for? Is it God? Is it Source? Is it your ancestors? Are you working with certain deities or spirits or energies, elements? Target what you're seeking and reference it specifically. Take it out from the clouds of your mind where you're wondering and put it in. I was going to say put it into your throat box. Put it into the throat area and voice it. Okay? Become the embodiment of this thing. Become the search for this thing. And express it. Call it. Because what you speak on is immediately summoned and reflected. Okay? Don't get lost. Some of you might be like, oh, okay, there we go. You do. Okay, don't do a little bit too much. Don't get lost. Okay? Try to be as present as possible. Try not to overthink it. You guys might be like very strategic. Try not to overthink this, okay? All right. So one card, please, for where they are now. One card, please, for where they are now. Pile 1, where are you now? Okay, good. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to butcher these names. All right. Please, if you know how to say it, tell me, correct me. It's all good. Oh, and look what we have at the bottom again. Ancestors. Okay. Here it also says root chakra. If you happen to skip the beginning, we did do a little breath work. It's very brief, very short, but maybe you want to do that, okay? So we have, please don't hurt me. Dioptase, this one, we have this one, okay? It says direction, heart chakra, right? I'm looking for direction. I almost feel like desperately moving somewhere. I'm desperate to be somewhere. Desperate to move the situation around. Okay? And again, is from the heart space. There's a passion here. Then follows urgency, you know? But again, they want you to cool the urgency. Okay? Because every one of these feelings is a step in your development. So waking up and feeling this ignited passion, this ignited sense of direction that there's movements to be made. That in itself is a phase of your development that you must sit through. You cannot rush it. Okay? Where do you feel? See, we got to have like a separate channel for like the shadow work that needs to come out of this. This is why I like doing single readings, because I can really get people into their subconscious. But, you know, we'll just work with this one as a collective. But where do you feel it in your body when the urgency creeps up on you? Okay, you're going to let yourself go through the fire, let yourself go through the passion. And then as soon as you start feeling that urgency of like, oh, fuck, I should already know all this stuff, or I need to do something about it now. Where are you feeling that? I'm almost getting like right side of the rib, back end, right side of the ribs. Okay. You might feel like there's a piece of you missing. Attempting to find it, attempting to be it. Maybe you're missing from something. And I think for some of you, it's emotionally missing. You might be well equipped, but why am I not in a fountain of the emotions I want to experience? Why am I not in a river of emotions that I'm looking to experience from somebody else? Okay, direction, question, speak on it. See all this blue? Speak on it. Okay? No rushing. The heart doesn't rush. It does exactly what it's supposed to do at the pace that is required naturally. And then it shifts back into the next state that it's supposed to be in. It doesn't do more than it's supposed to, and it doesn't do less than it's supposed to. It does exactly what is required. Okay, there's no overthought. There's no over processing. It just simply is in a state of being. Okay, I wonder if anyone watching this video has a C in their name, or if the letter C is important, but that's coming at a C. Okay, all right, so this is where you're at, which is pretty much what we've been talking about. Okay, so let's use tarot. I'm gonna knock it out first. Okay, so let's get where they need to go. Where does pile 1 need to go then? What energy do they need to embody to assist them into this next cycle? Thank you. Okay. Again, don't worry about having to change your environment, but make it suitable. Make sure your actions, your speech, your persona, okay, is aligned to something that will allow you to thrive in your environment. This is not a character change. It's not an identity change. It's not permanent. This is for the moment. And this is what is required while you're in this environment. Okay? And do it gently. When you go to assist yourself in this environment, let's say you're sitting in the mud and it's all bumpy, but you want to get up, pat the mud down a little bit so that it's flatter, right? Or change the shape of it so that you have a curve. So when you lay your neck down, there's a bit of a curve. It doesn't have to be bad that you're sitting in the mud. Maybe that's perfect for you because other people can't change the form of water with just themselves. No, you cannot. You can change the movement of where it's going, but you cannot change the form of water so that you are propped up on it. You have that benefit, however, regardless if you're in the mud or not. Okay, so while you are in your environment, if it needs to be adjusted, adjust it peacefully. Adjust it like a mother. Adjust it like you're kneading dough. Like you're putting a stencil over the piece of bread that you want to cook up. Right? Just lightly pressing the stencil down, peeling the rest away, putting it on the pan. Just gently. Okay? No aggression. Remember, what you embody is what you will attract by natural default. Because you have to see yourself. You have to know yourself. So you will attract it, especially if you don't know. Okay? Some of you are worried about not being victorious, not like finally getting that victory. About cycles repeating itself. Why can't I get out of the cycle? And sometimes it's like the search. Why can't I just have the answer? Why am I always infinitely searching? Okay? Having to make decisions, being put into making certain decisions because you were not victorious and what you thought you wanted to succeed in. So now we have to make a call. Right? Your abundance doesn't have to be based on what you do alone. And it doesn't have to be based. Look at how this card does not want to leave you alone. Okay, 2, 4, 6, another number of the heart. Tifereth. More heart space. This is very like, okay. I have to be careful with tarot cards and reading this because the camera's actually backwards, so I don't want to swap the messages because I'm, you know, seeing it backwards. Was this at the end? No, I don't think that came out. Okay. Okay, so what is the energy, Spirit? Let me do this properly, please. What is the energy? Don't be afraid of breaking divine contracts. Oh my goodness. Like breaking divine contracts, disharmony, injustice, not being victorious, cycles not ending, painful things happening. You guys got a lot that you're coming to the table with. You got a lot. Okay. I'm hearing, not hearing, but there's something about aggressively pursuing injustice, but going about it in a slower manner. Slowly pursuing, slowly correcting injustice, right? Activism that is more earth-like, which is more long-term. It's slower. It respects the developmental phase. Okay? The laws of nature. It gives it time to be grounded and spread and grow upwards. Okay? If you are an activist of some sort, slow. As much as the urgency, and that kind of makes sense, actually, when we think about, you know, this fire, this passion of learning something about what we care about and seeing what that means about our identity and how now we feel the urgency of, oh my God, this has to get done. It has to get done. Right? I get it. Not feeling like you'll be victorious. I get it. This requires order. Not just physical order, but the people need to get themselves information, and that might be the first step, is get people in formation. Get the right person standing in the right spot. And if it's you, you need to make sure that you're standing in the right spot. Wear the right clothes. Remember we talked about this. Put on the right attire for this job. Use the right speech. If you don't know how, go educate yourself. There's a lot of free resources, okay? Or follow your intuition. Whether it means taking 5 minutes to read a poster at a bus stop or watching an ad because they gave you one word that you didn't know that you needed, but it suits you. There's a frequency there, okay? Formation first before any order can be restored. You got to get the wrong people out the way and the right people in the way. And if you cannot do that, start setting up a boundary of what is allowed and what is not allowed. The right people will get themselves in formation. They will naturally gravitate towards it. So maybe that is that right there, is preparing the ground, preparing the floor work, so that formation can take place. Okay. This is reversed while you're looking at it. For me, it is not. Okay. All right. And then we'll take these and close it. Okay. You are going to experience a lot of emotion. You're going to continue, I don't want to say heartbreak, but there will be grief. There will be sadness. There will be a throe. You will be in the throes of emotion. Okay? This is not the end. And you can turn it around, because this card upside down means coming into emotional healing. Healing from grief, okay? If it has the possibility to be upright and mean this polar opposite, then the card is still the same, just reversed. So is your mind. The energies that you hold within you, you're capable of experiencing everything. All you must do when you are finished with one experience is to flip it. Okay? The mind is very powerful. And what you choose to embody is very powerful. Okay? But to think that you will not go through hardship, maybe that's where this lack of victory comes up, right? That it's victorious when all hardship stops. But that might not be possible right now or for this time space. And that's okay. Setting up an expectation for yourself that you should never experience, you know, sadness or grief or hearing a no from a passion of the heart. It sucks, but it's okay for it to happen. And that's part of your character building is, okay, where do I go after I hear no? Okay, where do I go after this is being experienced and it sucks and it hurts and it doesn't feel good? Creating the healing that comes out of that and forming it into a process is a wisdom. That's a skill that maybe you are meant to pass on once you complete the process of pain, reframing, and turning everything around and keep pushing. I don't know if some of you are in like mental health or social working or something activism, something with people. Some of that might be for somebody. Okay. And then here we have the Knight of Swords. Again, interesting coming up, right? Because I saw it in the deck. But basically what we have here is, I think, defending what's yours. Okay? Defending what you believe is yours. Whether that's money, material, intellectual. Doesn't necessarily feel intellectual. It feels like more material, whether it's people or things or money. But keeping something to yourself, what you feel like is already what you've acquired, and defending that, fighting for that. This is mine. Fighting people off, feeling like people are trying to take something from you. Sorry, I don't know if you guys could see that, but I was holding it up really high. Okay. But this fight that you are fighting is not meant to be pursued aggressively and quick. Okay. The passion or the level that could feel like aggression within you when it's expressed, that passion inside you is meant to be felt as passion. Okay? It's meant, again, for the contrast of who am I? Where am I? Where am I going? The direction again. Right? Who do I do this for? The ancestors. Whether they come before us or after. Okay? But this is not something that can be done quickly. If you do it quickly, it'll be scattered. You'll be like, you'll always be on edge. You'll always feel the urgency, because this is long-term work. It's long-term work. It's not going to change overnight. And if you want to do it properly with less casualties, it requires you to get into formation first. Okay? You got to prep the groundwork, prep the people, prep the groundwork. Wow, this is really interesting. If you are pile 1, please let me know. Let me know how this sat with you. This is very specific. Okay? Very cool. Okay? You are going to do something about it. Okay? The heartbreak, you are going to do something about it. And you do have all the resources you need to do something about it. It can be done. Okay, this is getting a little, if I keep pulling, it's going to get too deep. Okay, so thank you, Pile 1. If you enjoyed it, that was just a taste. Please come back. Let me know how that sat with you. Okay, peace. Love you. Okay, Pile 2. Pile 2. Mm. Mm. Meditative state. You either need it or this is how you feel right now. Deep breath. And on the exhale, like a humming. Let it vibrate down your spine. Deep breath. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Okay. You guys need to be in this meditative state. So you can't see me, but I'm rocking back and forth, back and forth. This is north-south, actually. Okay. Not like a side to side, but like a back and forth. Something is cooking within you. Okay. And you're gaining momentum. Wow, the energy shifted almost immediately from file 1 to file 2. Okay. Vagal toning and meditation using humming, okay, chanting, singing while you're in a meditative state, anything that can really vibrate the nervous system, that is your friend. If not, you already knew this, that will be your friend now. Okay, setting time aside, I'm getting 5 minutes a day. Okay, just rock back and forth, set your nervous system. Okay, mantras, chanting, those type of things help just to clear, right? And reset the nervous system, to reset the energy of where you want to be, what you want to do. Okay, I don't want to pass on too much, because some of you will naturally lean into something. Okay? And if you want to look up the mantra that I said, not mantra, what do we call it? Mantra? Chanting. It's Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So you guys can look up a little bit into that, because that was what really came through very strong. Okay? I wonder if there was a bit of freezing or restriction that just happened. I don't know if anyone just got cold just now, but that shit just like ran right over me. Okay, where are you now? Where are you now? Pile 2. And where must you be? Where are you now? Pile 2. Just wanted to check. Checking up to make sure I'm being heard, to make sure I'm being understood, adjusting myself. Okay, Ace of Pentacles actually came up in a neutral standpoint. And I do kind of feel like that, like sitting in meditation is almost like being pulled off the timeline. And you're just like outside of time, space, reality. Sitting in meditation, rocking yourself into a different dimension, using sound and frequency to change the state, to leap, right? Quantum jumping, timeline jumping, all of that. I almost feel like you are in this state that is not being documented because it sits outside of time. Strange. because you are in another place energetically, in this space, physically, it means you are in action. Sorry, I used the wrong word. You are not in action. Okay? For whatever reason, you haven't quite moved this way, haven't quite moved that way. It might even be like it just feels like a constant stream. But where's the stream going? Okay, there's something there, there's movement there, it's doing something, it's life form, but how is it playing an active role in the matrix that you are present in? And it's almost like taking yourself out. This is very specific, so I'm going to give room for this to be a message for all of pile 2. If it's only for a few of you, then so be it. So I'll give this room for this to be what it is. Okay. You might feel like the outer world of what your matrix is, right? The earthly time-space reality that you're in right now might not reflect all aspects of yourself. You might not be able to interact with the beings or the people that you really see for yourself. For some reason, it's not fully coming in yet, or you can't see it. You don't see it. But let me say this. Where you see clouds, there is assistance. Just because you cannot see through it does not mean there's something behind it. Our energy, this is so specific. What we're able to do and perceive and experience is based on the development that we're at physically, mentally, emotionally, vibrationally, metaphysically, right? It all depends and it all changes. Our abilities change and adjust as we grow. You are growing. Remember, I told you, there's something that's cooking for you. All right, is gaining momentum. There's something that's cooking. You're literally in the womb. Realize when we started with pile 2, it went into immediate meditation. It gives me like baby in the womb. Okay, you are being cooked in the womb. What is the word? I'm a mom. I should know this. Gestation. You are in gestation. You are in utero. Yeah, you're still in the womb. Okay, so it's okay that there's not a clear action. Back to the clouds. Okay, where you see distortion does not necessarily indicate something is wrong or something is not, like you are not supposed to be here because it doesn't look what you thought it was supposed to look like, or it doesn't look like what the other person that you admire says it looks like for them. Okay, your guides, your assistants, what you require is behind the clouds. It's behind the distortion. But you, as you cook, as you are being developed in the divine womb, okay, and you come more into the frequency and vibration that aligns you to being able to see your assistance, to see the aid, to see it for what it is. It is not what you think it looks like now. It's going to change. And as you develop, your senses and your awareness will also develop, and things will begin to get clearer. You'll start to see things different. And then what doesn't look like your world anymore, I said that a little funny, what looks like is not your world anymore, you'll start to go neutral on it. You'll start to go neutral on it. Just be mindful of feeling like you carry a burden for what is thriving, for taking on too much responsibility, for taking on all the responsibility. for what you see in front of you, to make sure your environment looks that way, to make sure you're developing in the right form. Okay? We want you to cut out your options. If you're doing multiple modes of healing, pick one. If you have many friends that you tell your business to, pick one. Or sit back, take yourself off the timeline again. Take yourself out of the matrix again. Take these options off the table. Take them off. Okay? But do be mindful that you might be prone to feeling like all the responsibility is on you, which is not unlike pile 1 in a way. I think we kind of share that. I wonder what pile 3 would be like. Okay, so this is where you're at. All right, where does pile 3 need to, pile 3. Okay, if anyone is also drawn to pile 3, go ahead on over there, okay? Where does pile 2 need to be? What energy do they need to embody? What energy do they need to embody? Okay, I'm going to use my shamanic deck for you guys. Thank you, good kings. Okay, this is for pile 2, all viewers of pile 2. Thank you. All viewers of pile 2. Thank you. I don't know if anybody here ever deals with imposter syndrome or questioning if what they're into or what they're doing is real. Like, is it really there? Is it really happening? What am I doing? Because the body, you know, part of the what we sign up for is to be in this vessel and to live this life on earth, right? But part of the curse is that there's like a thickness over the veil that allows you to really be in spirit, or allows you to really understand and to see. It's a whole different world. You have to use a different lens to see things. And some things you don't see with this vessel. But it doesn't mean it's not there, but that is the battle. Damn, like, how do we get the answer if I don't 100% see it? Okay? Which makes me feel like there's a piece of you guys that is very realistic. Okay? That's very sensible. I want to be realistic and sensible. Rational even. Not even. I say it like, you know what I'm saying. Okay. Where do you need to be? What energy do you need to embody to push you into the next cycle? Pile 2, please. Oh, see, that's what I'm talking about. Throw it out. I don't want to take all of these. Come out of hiding. You're meant to come out of your solitude. Not forever. But a lot of you have been doing a lot of inner. Come out now. Bring it out. Okay, some of you might be a little bit afraid about bringing that inner light and sharing it with the people around you because you're changing. They're not going to receive you the same way. Okay, but the thing about it is that the more you expose yourself, the more you will be able to draw in like-minded individuals. Okay, or opportunities that will bring clarity. The more you're able to validate what is happening within you by verbalizing it, maybe that's how the clouds will clear up and you start seeing your guides, or you start seeing those tools that looked like this is not the environment I'm supposed to be in, and yet with the blink of an eye, the change of a perception, now these are the things that are meant to be here. This is exactly what I needed. Okay? Make a decision. Be clear on your decisions. And know that I almost get like standing in between worlds. Like, it's okay to play both fields. It's okay to do both. I'm getting like 2 decisions are to be made. Like 2 things you're meant to stand on. Okay? And they're not as different as you think. There might be like 2 different things that have to be done, 2 different set of actions in order to cement these decisions. But they're not that far off from each other in theme. Okay? But I feel like there might be 2 things you're supposed to be doing. Whether that's for yourself or to play a role in something, in the community, in the physical world. Okay? Come out of hiding. There is this small piece. You don't require happiness for fulfillment. Sorry, you guys were not seeing these cards. My apologies. And you know what? Here again, there's something that you're not seeing. Remember, we were talking about the clouds, that gray space. And gray space might fuck it up too. Shock. Could look like it's destroying the painting, but really it's a new picture. Whatever intervened, whatever interrupted is part of the new picture. It must be there. Whatever it evokes in you is purposeful and it's useful. Okay? You do not require happiness to feel fulfilled. Happiness, what is it? How can you acquire happiness? Being in harmony with yourself. And it likely is going to come after you make these 2 big decisions that start to set you up for where you're going. Okay? There will be a way that they might merge, or they just run along the same path together. Okay, these 2 things. Okay, but they don't have to be happy, or your environment does not have to be happy. The things that is around you does not have to give you your lemonade. Okay, you might have to spot out the lemons, get the water, filter out the water, get something sweet. You know what I mean? Like you might have to be the one to go and make it. But that will bring you fulfillment. Okay, if you cannot see it, it says fulfillment. Okay. I am getting something about water though. That's a water. Okay. Experiencing joy as you become the Holy Trinity, really. As your spirit, your body, and your mind aligns to something that is fruitful. As you start integrating back into the physical space. Okay. You will bring the joy from the meditational space you create. You just become fulfilled. It's not about seeking happiness. Are you seeing where this is going? It's not about this like state of emotion. It's not like being handed a bunch of money or having the relationship or having the car or having the house or having the clothes. It's this internal fulfillment, this internal harmony, this divine contract that you serve with yourself first to get your personal internal house in order. That is you. That's the temple. That's the mind. That's the nutrition. Okay? Do that first. Be fulfilled first. Then you will experience joy. Because you operate differently when you're fulfilled first. Experience happiness because then people get to share with you in your fulfillment. And it inspires hope. Okay. There's a lot of twos coming up that I'm seeing. All right. Oh, interesting. You are the third piece. You are the Trinity. Remember we were talking about the Holy Trinity? You becoming the Trinity. Right? Don't worry about how I saw that. But this here, notice the third wand is him. It's on him. It's his Kundalini rising is the third wand, which makes that Trinity again. That might be the thing that groups together. Remember we said you're going to have to make two decisions. There's two things that you might have to take, two different actions, but they follow the same theme. How is it going to come together? We didn't know yet. By you in this meditative state, okay, retreating from the other dimensions, coming back now into this world. Let's not say retreat, you know what I mean though. Okay, you are the third one that is going to connect. Somehow these two, I almost feel like you're going to create like an enterprise or a foundation or a community, something that branches out into different things. Okay, but you are the piece that brings it together. Otherwise, they're just separate things. But you have to be in this, you know, meditative state. Like you gotta do that. Do the humming. Get yourself vibrationally together. And that's what tends to make sense of these things that you're doing with yourself. Okay. The Two of Cups, very beautiful, says attraction. But the thing is, you might be doing this. You might feel like you're alone, or you might be doing this on your own. But there's something that only you are going to see. Okay? The people is going to come after. It's going to start with you, though. Okay? It's going to start under the water. There's a different type of people there, though. So you're never really alone. But when we're talking about the physical world, there's only certain things that you're going to be able to see first. Okay? Okay. And then the last here is this clearance. Again, meditation, vagal toning, chanting. As you feel yourself, you're clearing, you're purging things out. Okay? So clearing is, keep that with you. And trust the sight in your mind's eye. Know that there's things that you are going to see that other people will not. Okay? Remember to come out of meditation, of those other dimensions every now and then. Come join the rest of the world. Okay? But get your internal harmony right. You will become the Trinity between what you do and who you are. Okay? Love you. Good work. I wonder if you guys are spiritual bodies. Over here, we see the guardian. Okay? I kind of feel like you are the guardian. Like the gatekeeper. Are you guys spiritual workers? Are you part of the light team? Or dark? Whatever. Okay, cool. Healing, clearing. Make sure you guys, at the end of the day, do clearing. Okay? Because now I've noticed I'm rocking east to west now. Air and water. East to west. Cleanse your emotions. Cleanse your thoughts. Vagal toning is going to help you with that. Mantras is going to help you with that. Okay? And do cleaning, cleansing. If anyone is noticing they're yawning while they're watching this, just know that that's a form of energetic purging. You're releasing a certain energy. Okay? It's expelling itself from you. Let me know if that was something for somebody just now, because I was really picking that up. Okay? I'm getting that coldness back. Okay? Love you. You're dead. Be gone. I'm just kidding. I think I released something with that. Okay, if you enjoyed it, stick around, subscribe, follow me. There's going to be more. Love you. See you later. Okay. Pile 3. Grupo 3. Maybe. I don't know. Does anyone speak Spanish? Is it just me? Pile 3. Testing. Is somebody testing? A little, what is it? Doubtful or critical? Testing. It feels like you're testing me, to be honest. But that's what you do with yourself. You're testing your limits or testing your boundaries. You want to see something about that critical eye, though. Cynical. Is like seeing things for what they are, but not in the way that the expression is meant. Like, I take you as you give me yourself. And yet I'm still attempting to pierce through. Like, I want to see the whole thing. A 360 view of what you're presenting me, not just from what I can see from where I'm seeing it. And I think because you know that there's a full picture, you just naturally have this like air of, I'm evaluating. There's more to this story. I'm being a little bit more critical. I don't think you think you're cynical in a negative way, but you're probably like, no, I'm real, I'm smart. I'm like, I'm gonna get to the bottom of it. You can't pull one over on me. Okay, interesting. Okay. Pile 3, please. Where are they now? Pile 3, please. Where are they now? There may be a stiffness, okay? You might, if you're not working out, your body's getting stiff. Okay? Go work out. Go do some activities. Move yourself around. You don't like running? Go swimming. Can't swim? Dance. Okay? Move yourself. Because you're getting stiff and it's going to freeze over. You're going to start losing stuff. Okay? And being very critical. There's something heavy about it. I don't know if pile 3 is going to like me, but that's okay. Whew, that's okay. I'm just going to have to deal. All right, pile 3, please. I bet you think you're smart too. Smart is not even the word. It's like wise, like a fox. Clever. I bet you think you're clever. Am I right? You feel like you think you're clever. I don't know if you're clever. I don't know yet, but you feel like it. You swear you're clever. And so you attempt to read people deeper because you're exercising your belief in yourself of being clever. You must be careful with this. You can go finding stuff that might not necessarily apply to you and the view you're attempting to construct because you're too busy trying to prove to yourself that you are clever and you're wiser than people know. People may have tried to pull one over on you in the past. Okay, people may have tried to mishandle you, misuse you without your knowledge. You might have felt that in the past. And so there's this unconscious, subconscious running of, oh, I'm clever, I know. But then in everything you step into, you take that bag with you. when it might not need to be there. Okay? When it's important for you to reveal the truth, you're going to get it. Absolutely. You're going to get it. It will be revealed. But you don't have to go looking for it. So just be mindful. If you want to keep that part of your personality, keep it with you. It's all good. Nobody's telling you to let it go. I mean, I did kind of, but who am I to tell you? Right? And that kind of feels like a like strong personality as well. I'm getting that. Okay? When you got something to say, it comes out. It just comes out. But if you like how it is, keep it until it changes. That's fine. Nobody's telling you to change. But I'm giving you a heads up that you might unintentionally change the direction of the opportunities because you are still reflecting this internal belief that's running inside of you of, I am clever. You can't pull one over on me. Like a badge of honor. You don't have to wear it to every situation. Okay? Can we get, thank you. One more? Okay, that's fine. Where are they? Where are they now? And where are they going? Thank you. Thank you. Just check in. Where is pile 3 now? One card, please. Where's pile 3 now? Or whichever. Whatever needs to be. Where is pile 3 now? Thank you. Have you asked your angels for help with this? Where are you now? Looking to have something done. I don't know. You might even suspect that something in your environment is off. Your angels want to help you with this situation. However, they require your permission before they can intervene in your free will and choices. Okay? Ask for the assistance. Ask for the clarity. Don't worry about carrying the torch of, I am clever, so I'll be the one to figure it out. It's taking you away from the energy you're supposed to pour into action, of doing other things, the creative process, the flow, or just being present when you're with people and in your connections, right? You're in your world when you show up to connections, which makes you not very present. It's like you in your own bubble with your own control panel and talking back to headquarters, and these people are just like, they're waiting for you to be present with them. You have your own system, your own workings, your own crew, your own multiverse within yourself. And that's awesome. Independent. You probably feel like you don't need nobody. But you are a part of the world. You are in the world. We need you. We need you to be... It's funny because I almost don't want to trigger you guys. But there's a hardness that just has to come out. So, and I feel like that's how you guys are too. Like, you don't want to trigger people, but the hard truth is this. So I'm going to say it. Right? But don't worry about having to carry the burden of, like, you are the judge, you are the jury, you are the investigator, the private eye. Don't worry about it. What is meant to come out will come out, will surface. There's something else that you're not being able to experience. We cannot, the rest of the world cannot find you useful. We cannot partake in your joy and how awesome your cleverness is because you're too worried about the person you're speaking to. When that person has a greater goal for you to play a part in. Don't worry about that other person. Everyone has their faults. Okay? Everyone sidesteps with their energy every now and then. You don't know why people are in a bad mood or why people are looking sneaky. You don't know it, but you can sense that the energy is off, and then you leave it to your subconscious, or if you have not dealt with your ego, to fill in the gap, fill in the answer. But that doesn't mean that's the answer. That just means that you're almost reliving a little bit of a trauma there. Okay, I'm going to move off of it. I'm going to move off of it. All right? I can feel I don't want to be there type of thing. And that's okay. But please understand where I'm going with this. And if you don't, comment. Comment below. Okay? Use your spiritual gifts and natural abilities to attract your desired outcome. And you know what? If you want to stick with being clever and you want to use that in every interaction, go into a field or a job that requires you to look at everything with a critical eye. So you can get out all that criticalness, or get a hobby, right? That you can really pour in all that energy into. So then when it comes to your love life, when it comes to your personal life, you can set it down. Not everything deserves to be scrutinized. Some things that are under scrutiny dissolve for whatever reason. Just a piece, okay? I do feel like going here. What do you need to move into? Okay. What do you need to move into? Pile 3. Interesante. Very interesting. What do you need? Thank you. What does pile 3 need to move into? Divinely aligned to get him in the right space. Oh, this one just... Whew. Okay. Yeah, see, again, like a lot of... you just feel like a grown person. You just feel mature. You feel independent. You feel strong-willed. You feel like look how he's looking out at the world. Like a scrutinous eye. He's searching. He's looking. Okay? The fire is wand. The wand is fire. Vision. Okay? And notice she has fire in her hands. A fireball or a ball of light. And I'm calling it fire. Call it what you want. Okay? And look at the colors. Lots of red. Right? Here, lots of fire. Okay? You don't have to come off your throne. You don't have to come off your throne. You don't have to stop being who you are. But know that there are people that can be trusted. Otherwise, you end up by yourself. If you want to stick with the narrative you're going with, you can end up alone. With great ideas, in your own multiverse, universe. You might have a pet, you know. But you would end up alone. Maybe for some of you that doesn't sit well. And to that, I'm almost reacting to it as well, but I'm shaking north, south. Not shaking, but rocking. Back and forth, back and forth. Okay? There's something cooking there. To be honest, I'm going to say you stand in your own way. More so than other people. Other people make mistakes, man. They make mistakes. Do you have really high standards? Do you feel like everyone needs to fit your standard? And that it has to make sense and their energy must be correct when they speak to me? Oh, for sure. Yeah, but people make mistakes and people are learning to communicate. This is an era of healing. When awareness and mental health is of more importance than it was in the past. People are starting to heal from generations of confusion and being misled. and being drugged to be asleep. A lot of people are waking up for the first time. It's a new world, and they're getting to deal with very strong, fiery individuals such as yourself. That is admirable. I don't know if you know, but people look at you and they can see your value. They can see that you can do something, and they want you on their team. They want you to do things with them. Okay? But I want you to use that scrutiny for the project at hand, not the people. Allow you to be your own independent person. You are your own vessel. You don't have to merge with anybody. So just take a step back. Just take a step back. Give yourself a little bit of space, right? But don't shy away from working with people, or don't shy away from exploring friendships or business ventures. I'm really, it's more so groups of people that I'm getting, but you are going to move into a recycling. There's something that's going to get cut off, fall away from you. If it hasn't already happened, it's going to happen. Something will fall away. Okay. And it might even be someone like you have a, let's just see. I'm just going to say it and we'll see, but you might have a fallout with somebody that's close to you or something. Falling away, getting cut off from. Not sure how it's going to come about, but there will be a separation of something that might have been a part of the whole, your whole. Okay. But it will grow back. It will grow anew. And maybe that's why you're looking at everyone with this scrutiny, because you know that there's something that is coming for separation. And you're trying to source it out. You're trying to feel, what is it? But it's not you, the judge and the jury. This is going to happen naturally on its own. Okay? Don't worry about, you can't pull one over on me. Don't do that. Don't do that. You're going to force people out that are not meant to be out permanently. And people are figuring themselves out. You need to give a little bit of forgiveness and grace. Step out of the way while people find themselves. But if there is a useful goal, because it's something, I feel like you are going to be very useful to somebody towards a goal or a project. Okay? Something about what you bring to the table, your vision, your insight. Okay? Like you're the creative director or something. All right, there's a new thought, a new way of speaking. Okay, and you hold the crown on it. People see value in you. Get to work. Okay, do your due diligence. I'm not telling you to throw everything to the winds. Ask for your assistance from your guides. Be verbal. And be okay with saying out loud to have assistance, to be open for assistance. It doesn't mean you have to take it. Maybe it's just the fact that somebody was willing to do something for you or with you, and that builds something within you, a love, partnership, trust in your environment. Okay? Maybe just seeing that even if they don't have the answers, even if they can't do it, they see you. You're like untouchable, unreachable. Integrate. You don't have to give everything, but we want to partake in how fucking awesome you are. I don't know why I said it like that. Okay? But there is something about you. Very wild card for the majority of us. And you could be so useful. Oh my gosh. You're a powerhouse. You need to integrate. Stop looking at everybody like you need to cut them down. They will cut themselves off. Because standing in a presence like yours is not for the weak of heart. It's not for the faint of heart. It's not for the weak of projects. Okay, you're meant to do something good. But you have to open the door for who you're willing to work with and how you're willing to work with people. Okay. I want you to reevaluate your relationship to your parents. This might be a reason why you have the stance that you have. Okay, you might not have felt supported, might not have felt understood, like no one had your back, or maybe they were just too gentle, too naive, like, and they got run over. They were taken advantage of, and you're like, never me. You will never do that to me. Maybe you feel like you know more than your parents. Okay, I'm gonna cut it here, or I could go forever. Love you. Let me know if this resonated, and I'm gonna put up some more videos later. Okay, bye. Love you all. Thank you for being here with me. I'm gonna see you guys. Let's grow this empire.